Welcome back, Margaritas in Paradise. Hey, why Pattaya? Why Thailand? Okay, so today I'm going to go over reasons why expats and retirees choose to live here in Pattaya, Thailand. So, the number one reason, you get more for your money. Your money goes further in Pattaya, Thailand than just about any place else I can think of. And I'm sure there's other great values of places to go in the world. But for me, this is one of the number one reasons why I picked Pattaya, Thailand. And we're going to kind of go over those things. One of the major things probably you're going to spend more money on than anything is your accommodations. Now, this is a shout out to Michael from Las Vegas. He's one of my viewers and subscribers that I've been helping out a little bit, and he recently rented a condo right there in Park Beach Condominiums. He's thrilled, and I'm hoping he loves life over there. But there's plenty of other condos over there for rent. So if you need any help finding a condo in this area here, send me a line, okay? Send me a message. I'll do what I can, okay? But accommodations are a great value here. Michael, he's living now 40 meters to the beach, all right, and has this phenomenal view. And you can do that for probably, let's say $500 a month or less. And there's other places around here that have great values too. And, you know, the bigger the unit is, the more it's going to cost. So if you want one of these penthouse units, that may be somewhere between, let's say, $1,000 to $2,000 a month for a big 3-bedroom, 2 or 3 bath, large unit. You can find sea views like I have right here in this building, and I'm sure other buildings along here as well, for somewhere between, let's say, $250 up to maybe $500, something like that, kind of depending on the unit and how big it is, how new it is, that sort of thing there. So it's very doable. And that's not to say that you have to be right on the beach where I'm at. Now, I don't know why you'd want to live anywhere else, but, okay, but you can live inland, and it's going to be even cheaper. And don't get me wrong, there's some beautiful accommodations available inland. And it might be a house. If you need a yard for a dog to run around in, or you want to plant a garden or something like that, it's all doable here. If you don't need to live on the ocean and see the ocean or things like that, it's very doable. And prices are going to be a lot cheaper. I was just talking, I just did an interview, you haven't seen it yet, okay, but there's an interview coming out by Terry, and he lives over by Matsapan Lake. He was talking about being able to rent a pool villa for, let's say, $25,000, around $600 to $700 a month, having a 2 or 3 bedroom house with your own swimming pool. So life is good in Pattaya. Lots of other things that makes it good, that your money goes further. Being able to go out to eat. You have everything you can imagine as far as international flavor of food, okay, which we'll get into a little bit later. But, you know, you can go down to the corner here and get a plate of chicken and rice for 25 baht, okay? That's less than $1 for a meal. It doesn't matter whether you're signing up for your phone package or internet or even going golfing. In the United States, the golf courses that I have here would probably cost at least $100 a day more and up, okay? And here you're getting it for half the price. And there's other things, that's just one sport, because there's all the availability of different sports, scuba diving. You have a massive infrastructure and transportation grid here. Let's say you wanted to fly to Vietnam from here. Do you want to go to Vietnam? I don't know. But let's say you do. Or Malaysia. I just talked to another subscriber that flew to Malaysia for $35. All right, an hour and a half flight, It cost him $35. So very doable. The infrastructure system here is amazing. You can take a bus from the airport down to Pattaya or Jomtien area, $150, so $5 for $5. All right, yeah, or you can take a taxi for approximately $30, $35, something like that. It's amazing how cheap it is and how far your money goes here. There's all kinds of other things, but the main thing to remember is it's a lower cost of living here. And it's just one more reason why you may consider living in Pattaya, Thailand, over all the other places in the world. Now, if you haven't done so already, please give me that big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. There's a bell next to it for future notifications. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, the number two, it's the proximity, okay? What am I talking about, proximity? I mean, we are 2 hours away from Bangkok, for instance. We're pretty much central Thailand. It's a 4-hour drive to Hua Hin, for instance, or a 1-hour flight, let's say to Udon Thani, a 1-hour flight to Chiang Mai, a 1-hour flight to Phuket. You can just about go anywhere that you want. Now, we have 3 major airports right in this general area, but we have one right here in Pattaya, or just south of here in Rayong, called Utapao. So there's lots of opportunities to move around Thailand. And from Utapao, you can even fly internationally. So there's flights that go to Malaysia and to the Philippines, for instance, from these airports that are very, very close. You're not limited, okay, to being able to move around Thailand or the close neighboring countries here within a very short period of time. Yeah, another thing is we live on this wonderful beach. I kid you not. We live on the water, so somebody like me that thrives from waking up in the morning and looking out my window and seeing the water, it's like a breath of fresh air. It just makes me think about how lucky I am to live where I do. And in the evenings, I can watch a sunset just about every night right here from my balcony. But it's better even to go walk 80 meters down to the beach and watch it from there. Okay? So I love living on the beach. But I know that beach life's not for everybody. Now, still, if it is for you, okay, if you want to eat along the beach or go to a fire show, sunbathing, things like that, metal detecting, whatever you want to do, it's right here. Water sports galore. I sit here and watch these sailboard guys in time. And of course, there's the jet skis. Now, I don't recommend jet skis unless you own your own jet skis. Some people do. But I would stay away from the jet ski market here because they have nothing but a bad reputation. You don't want to get messed up in that. There's that beach hippie lifestyle that I always talk about being, okay? And there's a lot of those guys. There's the Thai culture that's associated with the water and the temples that are located, like Sanctuary of Truth, for instance, which is about 200 meters north of me, a beautiful, beautiful temple that's right on the water. And then there's like the boardwalk, basically, and we do have a small section, actually a wooden boardwalk along Pattaya Beach, but most of it's all concrete, a big concrete paved area that runs along the beach, and they have the same thing in the Jomtien, along Jomtien Beach Road as well. So if you're into fitness or you like to jog on the beach or things like that, it's all doable right here. And yeah, you don't have to go far to enjoy the beach life with Pattaya in your target. And here's another big one. I love the fact that being in this international community, finding so many different cultures all wrapped and melted together here. okay, that there's so many different places to eat at. It's a true international flavor of restaurants and buffets and cafes and coffee houses and pizza joints and sushi and seafood restaurants and markets. It's amazing. Last week I went with another subscriber to a French restaurant called La Ferme, which was just fantastic. It was something that I had never been to before. It's a bit out of my price range, but he took me there and I had a great time. He opened up a whole new life of cuisine to me. Maybe something that I wouldn't have ever got to try if it wasn't for him being there. So, and I definitely thank him. He knows who I'm talking about. He wants to remain kind of anonymous during this visit, but he is an awesome guy. There's no doubt about it, and I definitely appreciate it. You know who you are. And then we also have, because right where we're at, we have these great islands. You see Koh Larn out behind me and the Coral Islands. We have other really close islands near us. We have Koh Samet, which is just an hour south of us. Koh Chang's 5 hours south of us. And you have Koh Kood and Koh Crook. Many, many different islands. And if you look at Google Maps along the seaboard here, you can find all kinds of islands. You can go down to Valley High Pier, rent boats, and they'll take you out to these different islands and that, and you can really have a good time, especially along the beaches and that sort of thing there. And that's another thing. We have massive amounts of beaches here for everybody's lifestyle and capabilities. You know, Wagamot Beach right behind me, to me it's my favorite beach. There's no doubt about it. I've talked about that in other videos, like when I was comparing Pattaya and Jomtien just last week. But there's other opportunities as far as beaches are concerned. If you like Jomtien, they have a nice beach. It's a long stretch of a beach that doesn't have any cuts or anything, so there's no real protection over there. But they recently renovated that beach and added, I don't know how many, probably over 100 meters of sand extending out from the roadway. So they've basically created a whole new beach line over there that ran, let's say 5 kilometers long. So it's pretty nice altogether. And Pattaya Beach, it's nice too. Probably draws the most people. They have lots of marked off swim areas and things like that. So we are beach rich. All right, let's press on. Hey, why do you like Pattaya Thailand? Let me know below why you come here or why do you live here. All right, number 3, the weather. All right, so some people can look at the weather as a negative, but I always look at the weather as a positive. I've already done the snow. I like the tropics. And right now, we're in the middle of the wet season. All right, so with the wet season basically runs from May to October. And we have in that same period of time, it's the monsoon season, which is generally noted later on in the year. So the end of August, September, and October is the main portion of the monsoon season. But we had earlier times in May and June when it was just raining every day, and we just had horrible sea conditions and things like that. So you have to stay on top of that. During this time of the year, you pretty much have to expect it to rain, especially in the evenings most nights. And with that, you have flooding and things like that. So when you're getting your accommodations and things like that, be aware of those and think about those ahead of time, what could possibly happen depending on where you're located. But the weather is a good thing in my book anyway, because after the next season is going to be the cool season, and that's basically November to February. And temperatures really drop. The thing to kind of remember is the average temperature all year is approximately 87 degrees in this area. Okay, the further south you go, the hotter it's going to get. There are times of the year that it is very hot. Okay, during the hot season, we'll get to that in a minute. And there's times of the year when the temperatures drop very cold, and that's what we're about ready to cover, the cool season, November through February. Now, during the days of the cool season, it's pretty warm out still. It's a hot climate here, and it's a humid climate. But during the cool season, the humidity tends to go down quite a bit, and we do have temperatures that drop down into the 70s and maybe even upper 60s. And in all honesty, I have to wear a hoodie at that time of the year. Yeah, when it's in the low 70s or upper 60s, I get cold. So that's just being climatized to the area. And after the cool season, then we have the hot season, and that's a pretty short time. It's basically March to about mid-May or so time frame. And this last year, the hot season set records. We really had some horrible hot weather, exceeding over 100 degrees daily, sometimes 110. I think there was a day it was like 114 degrees. So it gets very hot here. And those are the days that you probably want to spend as much time inside as you can and make sure that you're hydrated and that type of stuff. But during those hot days, it's absolutely gorgeous out. It's absolutely beautiful. And you can enjoy the outdoor weather during those days. April is the hottest month of the year, and December is the coolest month of the year. So even with that being said, I love the weather here. There's always, people ask me, when's the best time to come to Thailand? Now, the high season is high season for a reason. It's because that's the time of the year. High season is basically October 15th all the way until the day after Songkran in April. All right, so during that period of time from October 15th to, let's say, April 21st is absolutely the best time of the year to come to Thailand. That's when everybody else comes. So if you want to be here with everybody else, also, please, if you haven't done so already, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, that you're hitting that subscribe button. I was really close to going over 5,000 subscribers. We're getting there. All right, let's press on. Number 4, the Diversified Lifestyle. Now, I'll tell you, it's amazing how much Pattaya has changed over the years. When I first came here, it was really known for the nightlife, which was very addicting to me. Okay, but the Pattaya government in general, for the Pattaya metro area, has put a big campaign in place to kind of change the reputation of this area, and they're doing a very good job. The modernization of the town is changing every day, and in all honesty, it's getting better. You know, maybe things are going up in price a little bit, but you can still find great values when it comes to prices, which we went over in number 1 reason to live here in Pattaya. I keep talking about this international flavor, okay? I love the international flavor of people that live here. It's amazing. You know, at one point I wonder back in my life when I thought about if somebody wasn't from the U.S. or if somebody didn't have white skin or their sexual orientation was different than the norm, what I thought about them. But I'll tell you right now, I could care less about any of that. Okay, I don't care where you come from. And sometimes, if you do tell me where you come from, I'm intrigued enough to want to know more. Okay, about where you come from. Maybe I asked too many questions. I'm not sure. It is so great because it's like everybody's in the same boat here. okay? And we're social animals. I'm talking to everybody. Can you believe that? Can I talk? So anyway, I do. I end up talking to everybody. And the age groups that are here, for the most part, probably 40 up, okay? 40 up into their 80s or something like that. And then when you break it down, there's probably a lot more men that live here than females, but there are a lot of families. There's people that work for big companies, like Michelin, for instance. Of course, it's a French company, and so there's a lot of French families here. There's lots of hobbies to do here, organizations to join. You know, for Americans like me, you have like the VFWs and the American Legions, and you have expat clubs and all kinds of sporting clubs. There's pool leagues or billiard pool or dart leagues. There's everything from rugby. There's polo clubs, diving, all kinds of, and golf, all kinds of golfing leagues that go on here. And you can just kind of go on and on. Cycling is another one. There's motorcycle touring clubs. Ken did the sailing around the world video with him, and he's a big part of the motorcycle clubs, as well as Mark. We did an interview with him, and he does the motorcycling around. As a matter of fact, he's getting ready to go up to Chiang Mai with a bunch of guys for a rally of some sort up there. So there's all kinds of things to do to keep yourself busy while you're in Pattaya. And that's one of the things that I find to be one of the biggest attractions here, that I don't get bored. The diversified lifestyle is definitely a reason to come here to Pattaya. It's like eating. I was talking about this a little bit earlier. You can find any restaurant you want here. If you want to eat a vegetarian lifestyle, we got a whole section of vegetarian restaurants down on Second Road. They're all competing against each other. Okay, a lot of Indian restaurants are vegetarian as well. The sushi places or the steakhouses. It's like all these steakhouses are all together. There's Beef Eaters, Patrick's, Longhorn. There's more places, and we have a great abundance. We have all the fast food places that you can want. We have Taco Bell. We have Subway. Everything that you can think of fast food. And then you get into the Thai restaurants. They're the real jewel here. Okay, they're the places that you really need to go and try out, because Thai food is so good. It's just so good. Just watch out, you don't get too spicy. All right, we're going to press on. Hey, I want to put a special shout out to Rick G and Alex. I appreciate the cups of coffee that you bought me. Anybody that's buying me a cup of coffee or anything, it's very humbling. I hate to even ask about it, but if you're interested in buying me a cup, there's a link below in the description, and find out more information on how to do it. Okay, thank you very much. And one other shout out is to Joe. Hey, it was great to meet you. We went over to iRovers for breakfast, and anyway, Joe bought me breakfast. We had a great talk. I'm hoping to see more of him while he's here. He's got a really good story to tell, and I'm looking forward to maybe in the future, maybe doing an interview with him or something. But he's a terrific guy. I can't believe I'm not even going to say his age, but the guy looks 20 years younger than what he actually is. So good on him. All right. Number 5, the language. Being in Pattaya, it's really nice that when you're here, you don't have to worry about speaking Thai. And if you're staying in this area, most people have a basic understanding of the English language anyway. And a lot of people, I live in Little Germany, so a lot of people speak German here, but as well as speaking German, they also speak English. So for a guy like me, it's very easy to get by here, and get my thoughts across to the people I'm talking to, and I talk to everybody. Okay, but the thing is we have other tools in our hands. We can use Google Translate, for instance, which is just fantastic. I use it almost every day, and there's the app on Google Translate. If you hit the camera symbol and take a picture of a sign that's all in Thai, it'll translate it right there on your phone, so you know what the sign says. Now, if you're driving down the road, don't be doing that on traffic signs, because you need to be paying attention to the road. Okay, but you could do it if you had somebody else that was doing it for you while you were driving, or you know what I mean. So that's another great option. And then if you're here and you want to learn the Thai language, there's all these schools that are out there that you can sign up for classes. I'm thinking about doing that too. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm going to do it. But I'm still looking at the school to go to. So if you have a school in mind that I should check out, please put it in the description below, or send me an email at margaritasinparadise@gmail.com. And let me know about your recommendations of any language school to attend. Number 6. Okay, it's the culture. We have this unique Asian blend of heritage and cultural events that are going on all the time right here in Pattaya. The Department of Tourism, for instance, they put together these great events, whether it's food festivals or seafood festivals or music festivals or firework festivals. And what do they do when they do these fireworks? They create competitions. Okay, it's like America against Germany, or Russia against Japan, and they have these massive firework displays. And the nice thing is I can sit here at my balcony and watch them. Okay, but I could go down to the beach and watch them as well. And so they're so good, and they have them all over the area. They kind of spread them out. So normally, like the fireworks festivals and that, they may have them down on Pattaya Beach one week, and the following week it may be down at Jomtien Beach. All right, so it's a good opportunity to take part in different things. You have all these temples that are all over the community, and museums. All right, you're able to immerse yourself into the Thai culture, into the heritage. I love it. I love the culture. I like the traditions. Okay, I like taking part and seeing. That's the reason why I'm out driving around Thailand so much. That in the last 2 years that I've been to 67 of the 77 provinces in Thailand, all by driving. So that's what I've done. But I still have 10 more to go, right? Yeah. So, and I'm looking forward to going to them. There's a couple that are really in the furthest south areas that I may not be able to go to because of political tensions and things like that, and I don't want to put myself in harm's way. Does that make sense? Okay. So anyway, I'm going to do the right thing, that's for sure. I'm not going to take any chances. Pattaya, they have unique markets, for instance, all these night markets and the beach markets, and even out on Sukhumvit. I have to guess with that, as far as nightly markets are concerned, in the bigger ones. We have a lot of smaller ones, okay? But the bigger markets, I would say that we have probably 6 big markets in the metro area. And then there's probably another 20 smaller markets where a lot of the Thai population go every night just to get dinner. And of course you can go there. So it's definitely a place to come to take part in the local atmosphere of what's going on in the Pattaya area. And then the last one, number 7, romance. Are you looking for a partner? You know, I don't care if you're looking for the love of your life or the love of tonight. All right, it's all doable here. A lot of Thais that are looking for Thai nationals that are looking for you. So being in Pattaya has a stigmatism about the adult nightlife and that type of thing. But there's a lot of stuff beyond that going on as well, that people come here looking for real relationships. So consider that, and that is definitely a reason to come to Pattaya. There's no doubt about it, and you can definitely find the love of your life here, or you can find the love for tonight here. You know, it's you kind of weigh that out and enjoy yourself. So in Pattaya, if you're coming here looking for a partner, there's a partner looking for you in Pattaya. All right, so that's all I have for you in this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions of additional items of why you come to Pattaya, definitely put them in the description below.